Australia has a reputation for being home to some of the most dangerous animals in the world. It should be noted, however, that generally speaking, most wild animals do not attack people if left alone. Most will only strike out at humans if they are taunted, startled, feel threatened, close to starvation, or believe that their young might be harmed. So let's take a look at 5 Australian animals you shouldn't mess with. The eastern brown snake is generally an orange-brown colour, but other colours varying from light to dark brown to almost black are also found. It may measure more than 6.6 feet long, but is mostly 3 to 5 feet in length. The eastern brown snake can be found in Australia, and is responsible for most of the deaths there that are caused by snake bites. The venom of this snake is rated as the second most venomous of all land snakes. The Australian saltwater crocodile is the largest reptile in the world. The area of their distribution covers a vast territory. They inhabit the islands of Indonesia and New Guinea as well as northern coast of Australia. The crocodiles also occur along the shores of Sri Lanka and eastern India, and can also be found in Southeast Asia to Vietnam. The Australian saltwater crocodile is a highly territorial but not at all social animal. These reptiles are not tolerant of their own kind. Typically they do not mind females in their territory but will fiercely drive away rival males. They are night hunters, spending the daytime hours moving through the water or sunbathing. Being cold-blooded animals, these reptiles have to constantly maintain their body temperature. Australian saltwater crocodiles are carnivorous. Their diet differs with age. Young crocodiles primarily feed upon small prey such as insects, amphibians, crustaceans, as well as some small species of fish and reptiles. Adult individuals consume larger prey, preferring mud crabs, snakes, turtles, birds, wild boars, monkeys and buffaloes. The total population of the species varies from 200,000 to 300,000 individuals. The saltwater crocodile population in Australia is estimated between 100,000 and 200,000 adults. These reptiles are an important link in the ecosystem of their habitat. Being predators, they control distribution and numbers of prey species populations. Juveniles of saltwater crocodiles are a valuable source of food for other animals of the area, including birds and snakes. On the other hand, due to burrowing and constructing nests, these animals create aquatic habitat, which benefits various plants and animal species, helping them survive during drought and wet seasons. The box jellyfish is an extremely toxic and dangerous species of jellyfish. It's also known as the fire medusa, sea wasp or stinger. Despite its name, the box jellyfish is a domed umbrella shape, rather than strictly square or box-like. A flap on the underside allows it to move at speeds of up to 18 feet per minute. The box jellyfish has up to 15 tentacles, each up to 10 feet in length. On each of these tentacles are 5,000 stinging cells which are triggered by the chemical presence of its prey. The jellyfish has 24 primitive eyes. It's able to effectively avoid obstacles and swim in one direction, even though it has no central nervous system. The blue-ringed octopus is one of the ocean's most interesting creatures. Shifting in shape and colour, these octopi are truly the chameleons of the sea. There are more than 5 different kinds of blue-ringed octopi. The original blue-ringed was discovered off the coast of Australia, and since then marine biologists have officially named 5 different types. Most types are being studied every day. The most common types are the lesser blue-ringed octopus and the greater blue-ringed octopus. The types are named different for the amount of rings, not their size. One of the most interesting blue-ringed octopus facts may save your life. The blue-ringed octopus is one of the only venomous species of octopus. It's only about the size of a human hand, but the toxins found in the blue-ringed octopus's bite can kill a full-grown man. For self-defense, they use the same toxins found in pufferfish. The average-sized blue-ringed octopus has enough venom to kill 26 human adults at the same time. There is no known antidote to the blue-ringed octopus toxin, so those that suffer a bite should seek out a hospital immediately. The blue-ringed octopus doesn't stop at one kind of fatal toxin. This venomous creature actually carries a secondary type of toxin, especially for hunting. Harmless to humans but deadly to crabs and other prey, the blue-ringed octopus bites its meal and renders it immobile with its secondary toxin. This venom is so potent that it's thought that the octopus may not even need to bite its prey. Simply being in the vicinity of the venom cloud could kill a crab. Unfortunately for the blue-ringed octopus, both male and females of the species die during reproduction. The male will die immediately after fertilizing the eggs. Each mating results in 50 to 100 eggs, The female lives through the process but will guard her eggs with her life. Females will refuse to eat during the 1 to 2 months of gestation, and will starve to death rather than leave the egg's vicinity. Great white sharks are the largest predatory sharks in the ocean, able to grow over 17 feet long. They have powerful torpedo-shaped bodies and large mouths filled with 300 pointed teeth. With their size and their strength, there is no doubt a great white shark can attack and even kill humans, and they have many times. In fact, great white sharks have attacked humans more often than any other species of shark. The question is, why? There are 2 different kinds of shark attacks: provoked and unprovoked. Provoked shark attacks are easy to explain. This occurs when we disturb the shark. Sometimes though, we don't know when we're disturbing them. We wander into their territory without knowing it, and then they attack us to make us go away. This usually happens to surfers and divers. Unprovoked shark attacks are when great white sharks attack without any warning, and seemingly without any reason. One moment the person is swimming in what appears to be perfectly safe and peaceful water, and next a great white shark has bitten that person and possibly grabbed and dragged him or her below the water surface. One thing is perfectly clear: humans are not a regular item on the great white shark's menu. We are not fatty or filling enough, unlike the blubber-rich animals the great white sharks love to eat. So why do they attack us? There are 3 theories about unprovoked great white shark attacks. Most of the great white shark attacks aren't fatal. Since 1580 there have been 314 reported unprovoked great white shark attacks, but only 80 of these ended up with someone dying. In fact, in most great white shark attacks, the shark bumps, bites and then goes away, giving the victim enough time to swim to safety or to allow other people around a chance at rescue. So why do these sharks take one bite and then swim away? Scientists call it a case of mistaken identity. The great white shark mistakes the human for its usual prey, normally a seal. After all, if you look at someone swimming from below, especially if that person is on a surfboard, it can look like a seal. Some scientists propose a simple reason: hunger. Any animal when hungry will eat anything to survive. If a great white shark hasn't eaten for weeks and comes across a helpless human, it will grab the human and eat it. It's very unlikely though to come across a very hungry great white shark. Great white sharks, after all, are excellent hunters who can easily take seals, whales, other sharks, tuna, sea turtles, sea otters and gulls. Also, they have a slow metabolism, so in spite of their size they do not need to eat much to survive, and a medium-sized meal can last them for more than 2 weeks. Some scientists however disagree, saying that great white sharks have excellent vision, and would not easily mistake a human for something else. Also, scientists have observed a major difference between great white sharks attacking seals, and great white sharks attacking humans. Great white sharks attack seals fiercely, making sure the seal has no escape, whereas they approach humans slowly, gentle, almost carefully. The third theory may explain this careful behaviour. The great white sharks attack a human out of simple curiosity. When a great white shark sees a human, a creature that does not naturally belong in the ocean, it wonders what it is. It has to investigate, but the great white shark doesn't have hands, so it uses its mouth to take a bite. Some scientists even believe that a great white shark can tell with just one bite how many calories an animal can provide. Once it knows the answer, the great white shark swims away. If great white sharks were really meant to hunt and eat humans, there wouldn't be just 300 or so attacks, there would have been hundreds of thousands. More people are killed each year by being hit by lightning or falling down the stairs. Many more people are bitten by dogs than sharks all in all. In contrast, thousands of great white sharks are killed by people every year for their fins and their oil. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.